Gerald Dwight Casey, April 18, 2002. He was found guilty of robbing and killing 29-year-old Sonia Lynn Howell in July 1989. Howell was shot 9 times with a .22 caliber pistol after being struck over the head with a telephone receiver. Then, along with a number of other valuables, her boyfriend's gun collection was stolen from her home. Later, stolen jewelry and cash from the victim's home were discovered in a humble motel room that Casey and co-defendant Carla Smith occupied. In Casey's car, police also found a pair of bloodied jeans. A Harris County woodland area was where some of the stolen firearms were found. Casey's last meal was fried chicken, 3 drumsticks and 3 thighs, 1 quart coleslaw, tea or juice, vanilla ice cream, and 1 Dr. Pepper. He declined to make a final statement. Rodulfo Ba Hernandez, April 30, 2002. Hernandez and his brother-in-law Jesse Garibay accepted payment to transport 5 undocumented Mexican immigrants to Denton, Texas, at the beginning of March 1985. The men were seeking employment after arriving in the United States. Garibay and Hernandez pulled over and appeared to be experiencing car issues after arriving at a remote area of the county. One of them pulled a number of guns from the trunk. Hernandez and Garibay commanded the men to exit the vehicle at gunpoint a little while later. Hernandez shot one man in the back as he attempted to flee. Hernandez then gave the 5 guys instructions to turn over their money and lie face up on the ground. He proceeded to shoot each person in the throat while stealing whatever they had. Hernandez and Garibay left the 5 men bleeding on the ground, took what they could, and drove off, heading back to San Antonio. Victor Manuel Serrano Servan, one of the 5 victims, passed away while the other 4 lived. During Hernandez's trial, 2 of the survivors gave testimony against him. The weapons used in the shootings were found to be 2 handguns Hernandez had given to a body to sell. Garibay was also found guilty of theft and given a 4-year prison sentence. Hernandez's diabetic issues forced him to have his left leg amputated while he was on death row. He asked for an artificial leg shortly before his execution date so that he could walk like a man to it. According to a prison spokesperson, a prosthetic leg is not deemed a medical necessity and taxpayers should have paid $8,000 for that purchase. He didn't get the leg and he was taken to the execution chamber in a wheelchair. His final meal was 2 double meat cheeseburgers, French fries, 3 beef skirt tacos, guacamole salad, salt, and 2 fried chicken breasts. His last words were, "Everybody will be all right because y'all are going where I'm going. Remember what I said. I want to see you all where I'm going. God, come and do your will. I'm ready, Warden." Reginald Leonard Reeves, May 9, 2002. The body of 14-year-old Jenny Lynn Weeks was found in a closet of an abandoned house in Clarksville, Texas on September 9, 1993. She had been beaten, essayed, strangled to death, and bitten. She had escaped from a group foster home 4 days prior where she had become friends with Reeves. Weeks's diary was found in a purse during a search of Reeves's house. The man boasted to others that he had beaten and killed a 14-year-old, and the impressions of saliva, blood, hair, and teeth on Weeks's body and clothes were all consistent with his claims. His final meal was 4 pieces of fried chicken and 2 Cokes. His last words were, "I do apologize with all my heart and soul. I apologize for taking the life of your daughter, and I know how much pain you must be in. Today, this does not bring you peace because this is not really the way. I want you to know I do love you. We're all one big family in humanity." Ronford Lee Styron Jr., May 16, 2002. When Styron struck his 11-month-old son Lee Hollis Styron in the head and face at least 3 times on October 23, 1993, the baby blacked out and began acting strangely. 3 days after the child's health deteriorated, Styron decided to take him to the hospital. The baby passed away from subdural hemorrhage brought on by head trauma. The 11-month-old victim was subjected to a lengthy pattern of abusive behavior that culminated in the fatal injuries. This behavior included hitting him in the face, submerging him in ice water, squeezing him until his ribs were broken, and shaking him so violently that it caused retinal hemorrhages. At least 10 shattered bones were among the victim's previous injuries. In order to calm the child, Styron also put tape in his mouth. He then palmed the boy's head like a basketball, hanging him like a puppet. Anger at his wife for supposedly having an affair and his stated belief that the victim was not his own child were the driving forces behind Styron's violent behavior. His last meal was Mexican platter with all the works, 2 classic Cokes, pickles, olives and cookies, and cream ice cream. His last words were, "Yes, sir, thank you. I love y'all and I want y'all to know that. Y'all always told me not to worry about myself. I worry more about you all because I know where I'm going. I want to see you there, so get your hearts right. You know I love you and care for you. I am going to go with my little boy and play with him. Y'all take care and I'll love you all. I love you all. Chaplain Wilcox, Roger, Robin, Sarah, Grandma, I love you. Y'all be careful. Lord Jesus, I see your spirit. It's okay. I love you." Johnny Joe Martinez, May 22, 2002. Around 3:20 a.m. on July 15, 1993, Johnny Joe Martinez entered a 7-Eleven convenience shop in Corpus Christi and used a pocket knife to fatally stab Clay Burton Peterson, the business's clerk. Peterson, 20 years old, was working alone when Martinez put a pocket knife to his throat and demanded money, according to the security camera footage captured by the business. Martinez stabbed Peterson roughly 10 times, including twice in the neck, even though Peterson obeyed his demands and turned over the cash in the store's register. Peterson also suffered defensive wounds to his wrists and multiple cuts on his neck. Martinez refused the final special meal. His final statement was, "First of all, I want to say that I want to apologize to Clay Peterson's father. I'm sorry, and I want to thank you for everything you tried to do. It meant a lot to me. I want to thank David Doe. You have been great to me, and I know that I'm fixing to die, but not for my mistakes. My trial lawyers, they are the ones that are killing me. I love my family, and I know where I'm going. You all take care. Selena, David, tell Mama I love her too. I didn't call her because I just couldn't. I am going to heaven, and I'll see you there. Tom Crouch and everybody, I love you. Kiara, thank you for everything. Fred, Rachel, Daniel, Oralia, thank you for being there for me. I will be there with you all in spirit. David Doe, you have been great. Mary Moreno from the Corpus Christi Caller Times, thank you for what you wrote. You have been sincere, and I wanted to talk to you, but they wouldn't let me. David Doe, let them know what happened. I am fine, I am happy. I will see you on the other side." Napoleon Beasley, May 28, 2002. Beasley hinted to a buddy on the day of the murder that he would soon be taking a Mercedes to school. Beasley, 17, borrowed his mother's vehicle that night and traveled to Tyler with Donald Coleman, 18, and Cedric Coleman, 19. Beasley packed a sawed-off shotgun and his .45 caliber pistol. Following a failed attempt to carjack a Lexus, Beasley observed John Lutting driving a 1987 Mercedes. He was traveling home from Dallas with his wife Bobby Luttig. Beasley stopped at the end of the driveway after following the Luttigs to their house. After exiting the vehicle, Beasley took off his shirt. He sprinted toward the garage with the .44 caliber pistol in his hand. Donald arrived with Beasley's shotgun. Mr. Luttig was left alive but shocked after Beasley fired one round from his pistol, striking him in the side of the head. After that, Beasley ran around the car as Mrs. Luttig was exiting and opened fire on her up close. She tumbled to the ground, but he in fact missed the shots. After that, Beasley went back to Mr. Luttig, lifted his firearm, took precise aim, and shot Mr. Luttig in the head. Then Beasley searched his pockets for the Mercedes keys while standing in his victim's blood. He fled and abandoned the vehicle a short distance away after crashing it into a retaining wall. Then he got into his mother's car and joined the group that had followed him from the crime site. According to Beasley, he would kill anyone who mentioned the incident, so nobody said anything. He told the body after a few days after the incident that he had tried to kill a woman, shot a man 3 times in the head, and tried to steal a car with the Coleman brothers. When Beasley was arrested, his father wanted to know as to whether he had committed the alleged crime, to which Beasley said that he had. Both Donald and Cedric Coleman testified against Beasley and were given life sentences. Beasley did not have a special final meal, and he declined to make a final statement.